Hey, everyone. How are you doing today? This is your girl, Jovita. Hope everyone is having a wonderful week so far as I'm trying to get comfortable and all that good stuff. But yes, I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Today is Wednesday. It is Wind Down Wednesdays with Jovita. Um, so I am excited. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to just slow down, relax, and kind of rejuvenate myself. So hopefully, you guys are doing the same thing. You need to take whatever time you can to rejuvenate yourself. So I am going to go ahead and get started. I am Jovita, and I help single moms overcome the challenges that comes with being a single mom so that she can reduce stress, find time for herself, and live a life full of love and abundance. My overall mission is to empower women to live confident, authentic lives unapologetically. Okay, so that's just what my primary goal is. So today's topic, and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, what can I kind of help you guys with that I think everybody could benefit from? And what I came up with was living within your means. You guys, living within your means. Everybody needs to know and wants to live within their means, but somehow, some way, we tend to not do that, and then we cry, woe is me, and all that good stuff. So do you even actually know what it truly means to live within your means? So here's my definition of it. Hey, everybody. I'm probably not going to call names because it's like strolling real fast. So I'm just going to say, hey, everybody. So, well, for me, living within your means simply means living off what you actually bring home and not spending money you just simply do not have. It's just, in my opinion, you just got to live beyond, live lower. If you make a certain amount of money, then you just need to kind of live a little bit under that to stay within your means and be comfortable, because we all can do it. I know there are a lot of folks out there, including me, that have lived beyond their means at some point in their lives. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that we weren't taught. We really weren't taught how to truly live kind of within our means. Some of us were taught, some of us weren't taught. But at the same token, we kind of just don't know. And it's okay, because there's always time to kind of unlearn and correct yourself and kind of do things better, because when you know better, you do better, right? So, it sucks though. It sucks when you're like not like living within your means, because you always seem to be stressed. You're going to be stressed because you just don't know where the money is going to come from, how you're going to get the money, and all that good stuff. You just don't know. So that kind of stresses you out, especially when you got to keep the lights on, you got to keep a roof over your head, you got to keep clothes on your back, you got to keep food in the fridge for you and the kids. You just got to make a way out of no way. And that's just how you feel. So you're really over stressed, and we don't like stress, and I'm here to help you reduce stress any way I can. So I believe that we all can live within our means, and we all make enough to live within our means. We're just not managing our money properly. That's just point blank what it is. And it's not an excuse. It's just simply we weren't taught. Some of us weren't taught how to manage your money. You can make X amount of money, but you just weren't taught how to manage it, how to, save, how to just make sure you cover your basic necessities, especially when you're negotiating salaries and stuff for jobs. Some of us just weren't taught any of those skills. And it's like a life skill that I think we need to teach. And a lot of kids aren't fortunate enough to have parents who know how to do that, because their parents weren't fortunate enough to have parents to know how to do it. And it's just an ongoing cycle that passes on from generation to generation. We just weren't taught. And so now we're in an era where, everything is fast. You can go online, you can teach yourself just about anything. But I think, proper management of money will help you tremendously live within your means. Now, wouldn't you love to be able to purchase all the things that you want, need, and desire to have? Wouldn't that be like just awesome if you could do that? And you don't have to worry about how you're going to pay for it. That would be so awesome. I know I'm one of those people, and I would just love to do that. And I have been working, and I found ways to actually do that. And I decided to share that with you guys because I've had questions about, kind of sort of living within your means, how, you stop robbing Peter to pay Paul type thing. I've had those questions, so I figured I address it, and I address it today. So I will share with you guys some tips and strategies that I use to help me manage my money better. But before I get into that, I want to say, to live within your means simply means buying things that you can't afford, buying things that you have money for. If you don't have the money for it, then don't buy it. It's a discipline. It's a behavior, you guys. And it's a behavior, like I said, we weren't taught. So you just got to realize that if you don't have the money for it, then guess what? Don't buy it. Or if you know that's something you want, plan and save for it so you can purchase it. That way you don't have to take out a loan. You don't have to use your credit card, and then you end up paying the minimum payment on your credit cards. We don't want to do that. There are good ways to use your credit card and use the loans and stuff, but I don't think we do that. And I don't think we do that well. And like I said, it's only because we weren't taught. Had we learned a lot of this stuff early on in life, then we would be managing our money a little bit better, and we wouldn't be robbing Peter to pay Paul. So let me give you a story about me. There was a time when I got my first credit card. I was excited. Oh my gosh. I was like, yay, I got a credit card. I don't got to depend on my mom and daddy. Oh, I'm good. I got money. I got this, that, and the third. But you guys, guess what? I had no job. So how was I really going to pay that back? But I had money, quote unquote. I had money. No, I did not have money. I had borrowed money. That's all I was doing. I was borrowing money to spend. But that's how I got through college, honestly. I got through college using the credit card. But also what I did was, when you get those overage checks back, I lived off of that. So I would pay the balance in full every semester. Once I got the overage check, and whatever I had left, I used to spend. So I didn't really ask my folks for money. And I know they probably were thinking like, dang, she come home and she didn't even ask for no money. But anyway, I was just a broke college student. I had no job. I had a car. So how was I going to put gas in the car? I had no job. I had no money. All I had was that credit card that I wanted to get, because guess what? I got a free t-shirt. And that's what I was doing, signing up for all these credit cards because I got a free t-shirt. And I only used one. Luckily, I was a little bit smart enough to know just use one because it really wasn't my money. And I had no way of paying it back. But I used it for food, entertainment, whatever it is that I needed, I used that credit card for. But like I said, I paid it off in full. So make sure I cover everything. Now, I know there are some people who won't do that, who, do not do that. They'll use the credit card and then they'll just pay the minimum balance. So you put $100 on your credit card. By the time you finish paying that $10, $15 or whatever the minimum is, you end up paying like almost $200 because you got to pay the interest. And if you're late, you're going to pay a late fee on top of that. And that stuff adds up. So that $100 that you did put on there initially, you end up paying double the amount, sometimes triple, depending on how long it takes you to pay it off. So my rule of thumb when you use credit or credit cards is to pay it off immediately. It's a good way to like pay for things and purchases online, but make sure you have the money in your account so that you can actually put that money on that card immediately. So you won't get stuck in that rut of having to pay the interest and the late fees, if there are late fees, or just, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get away with the minimum payment this month. We need to get out of that mindset totally altogether. We don't need to live like that. What we really need to do is devise a plan to just build, to tell our money where it's gonna go. And the way to do that, you guys, is to have a budget. That's really what it is. So anyway, I am going to share with you my 3 tips on how you can live within your means. Now, these tips have helped me out tremendously, and I pray and hope that it helps you too. Hope you can take at least 1 or 2 things from it. If not all 3, I'll be glad too. And just provide feedback to me and let me know how it goes. So the first thing you should do, and if you're writing this down, please write it down. If not, make sure you make a point to come back and re-listen to this so that you can take notes, because I think this is some really, really good stuff that really, really will help. So first thing you do is create a list of all of your income that you got coming in and all of your expenses. Everything you have to pay, your bills, your gas, your water, your electric, your rent, mortgage, phone bill, cable bill if you got it, Netflix bill if you got it, whatever it is that you have to pay on a monthly basis. Actually, list everything, because some things are quarterly too, but list everything that you have to pay. Okay, just list everything. Brian, you are silly. I'm sorry. He said eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You may have to do that too. But anyway, list everything that you have coming in, everything that you have going out, so you can actually see what it is that you have. Like, okay, this is what I'm facing. This is what I have to do. These are the things I have to pay. And then I want you to go through that list and highlight what is very important. And the important things that you need to make sure that you cover every month, you need to make sure you have a roof over your head. If you don't do anything else, you pay your rent and you pay your mortgage. You pay your light bill. You hear me? Your rent, your mortgage, your light bill, your make sure you have money in there for food, because these are your necessities. These are what needs. You must make sure you have these covered. So you need to look through that list so you can just like really highlight the important parts. Oh, and definitely pay your car note if you got a car note, because that's important too, because you got to get back and forth to work so you can continue to make money, right? So that's one thing. So this gives you a overall picture. So number 1 was create a list of everything, your expenses and your income, money coming in, money going out. You need to make all of that. Make a list of that. Track your spending for 30 days. Just take 30 days and just track everything. Write everything down. If you get paid weekly, write down the date you get paid, how much you got paid, and then write down the bill you have to pay and the date you paid it. Write everything down. Track everything that comes into your account and everything that goes out. Track that for 30 days. And I actually say track that for like a period of 3 months, really, so you can get an accurate picture of kind of how your finances are. So you can kind of see. And once you track, like I said, start off with 30 days, but I really want you to do 3 months. But anyway, once you track those expenses, everything that goes in and out, then you can kind of see kind of where you are and where your money is going towards and where you can cut back. Now, when I first did this, oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe my money was going to food. That's where all my money was going towards food, because this sister girl and her son, we ate. I made sure of that. You know, most of my money was going towards foods. It was just interesting to kind of see where my money was going. So, number 1, create your list. Number 2, track your spending for at least 30 days. 3 months if you can, but at least 30 days, kind of see where you're at. Number 3, create a budget, a monthly budget, and you start your budget off at just $0. You know how much money you're going to have coming in that month. So you put that up there, and then you kind of budget out what you need to pay. Remember, the key things you need to make sure you have: a roof over your head, food on the table, gas in your car. Make sure you have your car. Or whatever mode of transportation you use, and make sure you got lights, your utilities, light and running water. And that's kind of the basic necessities that you really, really need. You do nowadays. You do need your phone. So make sure you have that covered too, but just make sure you have all of that and budget it out and see and stick to your budget. I guarantee you guys, if you stick to the budget that you planned, that you have sitting in front of you for that month, you will see that you will have some extra money in there some way, somehow. You like, where in the heck did this come from? Now, when I say write your budget, you can budget for your entertainment. You know, you can budget for going out all the time, the movies. You can budget for like monthly gatherings with friends. You can budget for your vacations. You can budget for everything. Just know that if you know it's going to happen, then you need to put it in your budget so you know where your money is going and how much you want to spend. Every time I go on a trip, I know how much I plan to spend, and I take that amount out and I stick to that. And once you tell yourself how much you plan to spend, you really are cautious about what you're spending, and you won't overspend because you know what your budget is, you know what you allowed yourself to have. So I think those are the 3 key things you can do to start living within your means if you have not done, if you're not doing that already. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, then we need to find a way, because you might want to cut some things out, and it's going to be tough at first to cut it out, but you got to do what you got to do so you can live the life you want to live and have that freedom, no stress. And that's one way to reduce stress, is to get rid of your debt. Just get rid of that altogether. But that's in another course, another lesson that I will share with you guys probably later on in the year. But keep in mind 3 things: create your list of expenses and income, track your spending, and then start creating your monthly budget and stick to your budget. You need to stick. You budget for your hair. I mean, just budget for everything you want to spend on that month. And I guarantee you, when you really look at it on paper, it works. If you follow that paper, it works. But you have to be disciplined enough. You have to change your thinking, change your mindset, change the way you think about money. You have to do that in order for this to work. And you have to want it to work. Because if you don't want it to work, then go ahead and continue living the way you are right now and be stressed. I don't want to be stressed, so I am going to continue to live within my means, and I'm going to budget and tell my money where to go. And it's really interesting when you see where your money, where your money goes. I told you my money went towards food, and it still goes towards food. And I'm like, okay, I'm trying to cut back on some things, and I'm trying to eat differently now. But at the same token, that's where the majority of my money goes, towards food. All right, so I thank you guys. You know, there's no time like the present to start living within your means. And if I could be of any assistance to any of you, please don't hesitate to send me a message or email me. And let me type that in there right now. Oh, I thought I was in the window. Sorry. That's my email address. Feel free to email me anytime if you would like to schedule a consultation, and just go to here and schedule your consultation with me. Yeah, that link should work. And you can just also give me a call if you have my number. If not, just email me. Email is better, and schedule an appointment. They work best for me. So if I could be of any assistance, if you need any help trying to get started in building your plan, building your budget, and, you know, sticking to it, you know, if you need that accountability partner, I am your girl. Call me up. Well, not call me. Email me, message me, and I will be glad to help you. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. I love you guys. I will see you next week for Wind Down Wednesdays with Javita. Love you. Bye.